Hey guys, Sean here with the final review in the Harry Potter franchise. I'm actually going to do these two in one video since they're essentially one movie split in two parts. There will be a break in between though, like a sort of like a jump cut, what do you want to call it? Because I'll be recording the first half of this video, and then I'm about to watch part two, and then I'll record the part two part of the video, and then edit it together as one seamless video. Although it won't be seamless because you'll have a jump cut, but you know what I mean. But anyway, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. It is a 2010 American fantasy film directed by David Yates and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures. It is the first of the two cinematic parts based on the novel of the same name by J.K. Rowling. The film, which is the seventh and penultimate installment in the film franchise, was written by Steve Kloves, produced by David Heyman, David Barron, and Rowling. The film features a lot of the original cast, mainly the three main leads, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson, as they reprise their roles. And this movie basically is about Harry, Ron, and Hermione going out to hunt down the Horcruxes, which were basically mentioned in the last movie, that also hold the key, that these objects are objects that hold the key to Voldemort's immortality, if you will. So what do I think of this movie? I think it's a great fun movie. It's a lot of fun, great acting. The score for all these movies is top notch. Probably one of the best scores I've heard for a film franchise outside of Star Wars and Middle-earth. So this movie was released November 19, 2010. Has a runtime of 2 hours and 26 minutes. The budget for both movies, because they were filmed at the same time, was $250 million, and this movie made back $960.3 million. Nice. So, and this movie is actually the third highest grossing in the franchise, behind Deathly Hallows Part 2 and Sorcerer's Stone. So basically, the plot of this movie picks up after Half-Blood Prince, where, like I said, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are off trying to find these Horcruxes, which are, like I said, the source of Voldemort's existence, or his immortality, really. They find if they destroy all the Horcruxes and all these Horcruxes, they will destroy Voldemort, which is pretty much obvious. So far, they only find one Horcrux in this movie, which is basically just a locket. Let's see, then what else? Also in this movie, the Voldemort and the Death Eaters have basically taken over the Ministry, where these registration acts, where they are basically trying to find Muggle-borns and kill them, because Voldemort hates Muggle-borns. Hang on. I'm getting distracted by the DVD menu of Part 2. But yeah, basically, the Ministry is taking over, threatening to, is basically just not working out for the good guys, really. And I probably would say this is probably one of the darker movies, darkest films in the franchise, I would probably say. Although I do enjoy this movie, I don't think it's as good as the other ones, because, and I know this may just be a nitpick on my part, but I do kind of miss seeing the school in this movie. For me, it doesn't, while I do like the movie a lot, let me get that out straight. I do like this movie a lot. I love this movie just as much as I love the other 6 movies. I said 6 movies because I count Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2 as a single movie. But anyway, the reason why this one's for me isn't I don't want to say it sucks, because it doesn't suck. None of these Harry Potter movies suck. But the reason why it's, for lack of a better phrase, weaker than the other ones, I guess, is because we don't see the school. And I know it's something weird to say, but it's just something with me. This movie just doesn't feel the same because we're missing the element of the school. However, in Part 2, spoilers for those who don't see this movie or read the book, we actually do go to school. But that's, make fun of me if you want. I don't care. But yeah, really enjoyed this movie. A lot of fun. Although I don't understand, there's something, okay, I'm not sure if I've said this in my Goblet of Fire review or what I'm going to say here. The Polyjuice Potion effects in these movies is very inconsistent. in the books, when you turn into a new person, you not only have their physical appearance, but you also have their voice too. However, in the movies, the only time out of the 3 times they've used Polyjuice Potion that I know of, they've only done accurate to the book one time. That's Goblet of Fire, when, spoilers, Barty Crouch Jr. turned into Mad Eye Moody just so he could basically get close to Harry, I guess. But yeah, that's the only time that they did that, like in the book, where when you turn into the new person, you actually get that person's physical appearance and their voice. Whereas in this movie and Chamber of Secrets, yeah, we get the physical appearance of the person, but we still have their regular voice. And so I don't understand why they chose Goblet of Fire to make it accurate to the book. Or maybe I'm missing something from the book. I haven't read the books in years, so I could be missing something. So in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's another nitpick I had with this movie, is that the Polyjuice Potion effects seem inconsistent. But like I said, if I'm wrong, post it in the comments. But yeah, also another nitpick I have, and these are all nitpicks. They don't take away anything. They don't take away my enjoyment from the movie or anything. But there's a scene in this movie when we first catch up with Dobby and he arrives at Grimmauld Place with Mundungus Fletcher. He basically interacts with Ron like they've interacted before, which in the books I can buy because according to the Order of Phoenix book, Dobby was the one that found the room of requirements. So it would make sense in the book why he would say to Ron, so good to see you again. However, in the movie, since Dobby hasn't been on film since Chamber of Secrets, it doesn't really make sense. It feels out of place. But again, just a nitpick of mine, does not take away from my enjoyment of the movie. So yeah, those are my thoughts on part 1. I'm about to watch part 2 as we speak, and I'll record the rest of the review after that. See you then. Hey guys, Sean here with my review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, part 2. So basically, this movie was released at least 6 months after part 1. Picks up right where part 1 leaves off. Basically, with Harry, Ron, and Hermione trying to find and destroy all the other Horcruxes, and they realize that one of the Horcruxes is at the school, which is Ravenclaw's lost diadem, so they got to go to Hogwarts, which means that Voldemort knows that Harry will eventually go there. That basically starts a whole big giant battle for Hogwarts itself. So you got basically pretty much characters from all the past movies trying to defend the school and essentially stall time for Harry, Ron, and Hermione to find all the Horcruxes and destroy them, pretty much. And it culminates in a kind of a showdown, final showdown between Voldemort and Harry. And we do get kind of an interesting plot twist in this movie. Where, for people who have seen all the movies, this twist would be kind of a spoiler, but fuck it, I'm saying it anyway. Where in the first few movies, we kind of established that Harry and Voldemort had a connection, and in the second movie, we learned that, well, basically in the first movie, we learned, in Sorcerer's Stone, we learned that Harry's parents were killed by Voldemort. Okay? Because, Lily sacrificed herself for Harry, and the curse rebounded and basically smacked Voldemort in the face. The second movie, we learned, in Chamber of Secrets, we learned that Harry can speak partial tongue, meaning he can talk to snakes. Goblet of Fire, I don't think we really learned much in that one. Order of Phoenix, we come to realize that Voldemort is able to see within Harry's mind, and I guess project these images and stuff. But all of that is kind of been building to this twist, which is basically, and then also in Half-Blood Prince we learn about these things called the Horcrux, which are these are 7 items that Voldemort has concealed part of his soul into. So now we get to the twist, which is the night Voldemort tried to kill the Potters, and when the curse rebounded and smacked Voldemort right in the face, that basically broke part of Voldemort's soul, and the soul basically attached itself to the only living thing at the time, which, just so happened to be Harry. Which makes me wonder the diary, the ring, the locket, and the diadem, because those aren't living. But it's fiction, I'll buy it. But yeah, and that explains why Harry is able to speak Parseltongue, why he has this connection with Voldemort and all this other stuff, is because Harry himself was an unintentional Horcrux. Meaning it's a Horcrux that Voldemort was never intending to create. So yeah. So there's a twist for you. And also we learn in this movie that, because there's a scene where we see Snape's memories, and we do understand kind of why his relationship with Harry is not the way it would be, why it's a little complicated, is because we find out that not only, like in Order of Phoenix, we saw James basically harassing Snape, like bullying him and stuff, but we also see that Snape kind of had a crush on Lily and was deeply in love with her, which is kind of why his relationship with Harry is complicated, I could say. Because he hates James, but yet he loves Lily. And Harry has always been told that he looks like his father, yet he has his mother's eyes, which is why that really complicates the relationship between him and Harry. So that was really cool. We kind of get to see Snape's backstory. And speaking of Alan Rickman, you will be missed, my good sir. So yeah. So this is another thing is this movie is basically just a giant 2-hour fight. Basically what people said about Battle of Five Armies is just a 2-hour fight scene. Which it basically is. That's what this movie basically is, the Battle for Hogwarts. Which I'm surprised they didn't call it that. But yeah, I honestly really like this movie. It's a great fun film. It was released in 2011. It's the 8th and final film in the Harry Potter franchise. I mean, unless you count the whole Fantastic Beasts coming out in a week, or coming out tomorrow, I mean. So it was released July 15, 2011, with a runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes, basically making it the shortest Harry Potter movie. The budget was $250 million, shared with Part 1, and it made back $1,342 billion, which I think makes it the highest grossing in the franchise. I think. Yep, the highest grossing in the franchise. Nice. And it's the 9th movie to ever cross $1 billion. Sweet. So yeah, I quite enjoyed this movie. A lot of fun. There was a scene that I kind of teared up at. For spoilers, there's spoilers. For people who haven't seen this movie, there's a scene at the end of the movie where Harry basically, like in the book, says, "I'm ready to die," and the golden snitch opens up, and we see the resurrection stone that apparently Dumbledore, I think, put in there or whatever. And so he uses said stone to resurrect his mother, his father, Sirius, and Lupin. And that scene where he talks with his mother, that teared me up a bit. Only because I'm probably sure I mentioned it in one of my videos that my mom passed away a few years ago, and for some reason, something about that scene, about him interacting with his mother, kind of made me wish I could have a resurrection stone like my mom, and so it made me tear up inside. But yeah. And also, like with Part 1, there's a couple of inconsistencies throughout these movies, which is one where, like I said in Part 1, where Ron and Dobby seem to interact like they talked to each other before, which, as far as the films, never happened. Same with this. There's a scene in here where when Harry goes to find the lost diadem, which is located in the room of requirements, and spoilers for this review, I'm sorry. But yeah, when Harry or Ron and Hermione go to find him, they see his name's vanished. And Ron points out that the room of requirements does not appear on the map, on the Marauders map, and it says that it was something that Hermione said last year. Okay, I would buy this if it was actually in the movie, in Half-Blood Prince, which it's not. Which is what I said, in terms of the books, it makes sense. But in the films, it doesn't make sense because we never saw the event. But, like I said, just a nitpick. Just a personal nitpick of mine. All in all, great movie. Love this ending to the franchise. Great ending to the franchise, this movie. I would highly recommend people see these movies. All 7 movies. Yes, I said 7 because I consider Deathly Hallows a single movie. You want to call me weird for that, go ahead. I don't care. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have my review of Fantastic Beasts probably tomorrow after I go see it, or maybe when we do the spoiler chat. Hopefully I can get the gang together. If not, it's going to suck. But I'll see what I can do. See you guys.